The NFL draft is 2 days away, and we are here with our second to last mock draft for the Carolina Panthers. This is a 6-round mock draft. And I know you're saying, wait, the Panthers don't have a 6-round pick. Well, we're going to give them one through a trade. Let's jump in.
Brace yourself for the ultimate Carolina Panthers experience. Welcome to Two Growls, One Roar, the podcast that hits harder than a Luke Kuechly tackle. We're diving deep into the heart of Panther Nation, bringing you unrivaled passion, insider takes, and pure gridiron fire. From Wilmington to the cosmos, this is your home for the fiercest football talk east or west of Charlotte.
Welcome, folks, to another edition of the Two Growls, One Roar podcast. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are enjoying the series. I got to say, when I started this and had the idea, it was great. But now that we're in the thick of it and towards the end, I will be glad when it's over. I'll be glad when the draft is here and done. It's been fun, though, because I have chosen not to pick the same player every time. So we made it through 6 mock drafts without picking the same player. Now, I got to tell you, final mock draft, which will drop on Wednesday, you are probably going to see some guys that were picked. That's going to be more fine-tuned into what I hope the Panthers will do on Thursday. Of course, you guys know we are going to live stream it. I have not set up the live stream, but know that we're going to be here. We're going to be talking Panthers and reacting to everything that happens. Without further ado, though, we got a lot to get through. As we talked about, mock draft mania, rounds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. No, the Panthers do not have a 6-round pick, but we're going to get one via a trade. Now, if you have missed the other mock drafts, and my gosh, it's been 5 of them. We're on number 6, like we said, with one more to go. The way we did this is we added an additional round each time that we went through. So round 1, day 1, Tet McMillan, though I got to tell you, it seems that he is sliding down a lot of boards. I don't know how true that is. Day number 2, Jahad Campbell, Jaden Higgins, Princely, Uman Miyalen. I've got to forgive me there. Day 3, Jalen Walker, Luther Burden, Carson Schwessinger, and TJ Sanders. And folks who are looking at this can see the trade back scenarios we had. Day 2 traded with Arizona, or mock 2. Mock 3 traded with Cincy. Mock number 4, Donovan Ezariah Eoku out of BC, edge, outside linebacker. Jalen Nolan, Alfred Collins, Ozzie Japilo, Oluwafemi Oladejo, Billy Bowman Jr., Demetrius Knight Jr., and we had a trade back with Seattle. Mock number 5, Arroyo, Cam Scattaboo, Jonas Sanker, Tez Johnson, Sebastian Castro. And here we are, folks. We are back with, of course, mock draft 8.0, because I did 2 before we started this series, but the 6th mock draft, 2 more to go. Without further ado, folks, like I said, we had to work our magic. This was a fun mock. One, I don't like the Panthers trading back this far. For those who don't know, I used ESPN's mock draft simulator, so they will tell you if a trade is fair or not in favor of either the other team or, of course, us, the Panthers. This was a fun trade. Now, is this trade realistic? Likely not. Nah, likely not. But you know what? We're going to roll with it. It was pretty close, and it got accomplished what I wanted to accomplish, which was a 6-round pick. So round 1, pick 8. Round 4, pick 111 from the Panthers in exchange for round 1, pick 30. So you do move back significantly, almost to the end. So maybe it is pretty comparable. You pick up 2 second-rounders in 56 and 62. We do the trade swap of 4th-rounders, and then you pick up the 6th-rounders. So pick 206 again. I wanted to make sure that if we're going to do a 6-round mock draft, we have a 6-rounder to pick from. And let's be real, when we start getting into the 5th and 6th round, man, especially for the Panthers' sake, who have 9 picks as it is today, you just start running out of people to pick in positions, and, there's slim pickings. But, hey, we did it, folks. And again, picking new players every single time. That theme will continue today. You will have not seen any of these players picked in my mock drafts. One more to go, and I will be glad to have this one. All right, round one, pick 30, James Pierce Jr. I like this. He was actually way back when, and my opinions changed, but way back when I did have him in a very early mock draft to the Panthers. It was either the first or second one I did. I think he's fallen off compared to some of the other edge prospects. Panthers, if they were drafting this late, he would be a prospect that's probably available. 89% chance that he's still available in the first round. So he could be an early steal in the second, possibly. Chance that he would be available the next pick's about 13%, but he is the 16th ranked player overall. And again, defensive theme. I think no matter how we slice and dice it, unless we go wide receiver, that edge seems to be the pick for the Carolina Panthers. Moving on, we got some additional picks. We have round two, pick 56 with Darius Alexander. This name has not come up. It has not come up for many folks, but Darius Alexander, defensive tackle. He currently ranks 46 out of all prospects on ESPN. We got him at round two, pick 56. Chance he would be available at this pick is about 45%, and available to next pick's 43%. I built this draft on the defensive side of the ball, which you guys are going to see it is heavily defense. However, we got a few steals late in this draft, and I don't know that these players will be available. Like ESPN's kind of skewed some of their rankings, and some of these guys that are on the board are probably second or third rounders, but you never know when a player will fall and how far they actually will go. So starting off nice. Then we go with Darian Porter, again, new player on the board, a cornerback at pick 53, heavily focused on the defense. He ranks 53rd overall, so pretty good pick for the Panthers in this range. 78% chance that he would be available, a 66% chance that he would be available at the next pick. Heavy on the defensive side of the ball, edge, defensive tackle, cornerback. Now what are we going to do? Of course, we get into the Panthers pick here, right on the cusp of the Panthers pick. Excuse me, not actually there yet, but round two, pick 62. I'm going to murder this. Aronte Ursery, offensive tackle out of Minnesota, the Golden Gophers. So pick 62, we get him. He is ranked 66 overall. 21% chance he's available. He's probably going to be off the board. Very good offensive tackle. But again, I pick who's there. And he's a name that has come up for the Carolina Panthers. I think this consideration for a tackle is a very real thing. And it would be much more beneficial for the Panthers to have an extra pick or two in the second or third in order to be able to scoop up one of these guys. So I'm a big fan of it. So you go heavy defense. And to be honest, like, yes, there are more receivers available in this range, but I think I've picked pretty much everyone that could be pulled off the board. Now we get into round three, pick 74, Jalen Reed, safety. I know there's possibly injury concerns, but all things considered, Panthers need a safety, at least one. The other thing, and kind of going back to the tackle position, in the event the Panthers decide to draft a tackle, there's always a possibility they get rid of Moten. I'm not going to say they are, but I want you to hear it here first. $30 million, they get a viable replacement, and he can play right away. And Moten's missed some time. I know he's overall been an Ironman, and I don't want to push him out. I'm just saying you save money. You could spend that $17 million if it's a post-June 1, whatever it is. You could still save a good chunk of change, spend it at the safety position if that's still something that's on the board. But anyways, for now, we're going to draft Jalen Reed, safety out of Penn State. So going back on defense. Now this one, if this guy's available here, I won't believe it. Like, there's no way. But stranger things have happened. Round 4, pick 109, Harold Fannin Jr., 88th overall prospect, tight end out of Bowling Green. And, he's one of my favorite tight ends in the class. I do think, he may slide down the board a little bit, so you probably are talking a third or fourth. I like his pass catching abilities. He's kind of similar, honestly, to Jatavian Sanders. You can see him on the screen here wearing 0. But you talk about a guy that can catch the ball, get yards, another pass catching target for Bryce Young. No, he's not a Tyler Warren or a Loveland. He's still a really good prospect, in my opinion. So, if he's sitting there, we're going to scoop him up, no doubt about it. Well, speaking of the guys that likely are not going to be available, another one, but he was on the board, Kyle Kennard, edge. Now, I know he's not one of your top tier edge prospects, but he had a really good season last year. Ranks 111th overall according to ESPN. We got him at 114. There's a decent chance he is here. It's a 48% chance. 22% chance he'd be available at the next pick. You guys know I'm a Gamecocks side fan every now and then, right? Unless they're playing the University of North Carolina. He had a really good season. I do think he could be a good rotational piece. I know he's not one of the top pieces, like we said, but no doubt about he's someone that could help your team. Now we're going to go from a Gamecock to a Clemson Tiger, and we're going to do something the Carolina Panthers have never done, which is drafted a player out of Clemson. At pick 140 in the 5th round, we select Barrett Carter. He's 20th ranked prospect. There's about a 38% chance he's still on the board. So we know a team probably could scoop him up. Decent chance he would be available, only about 30% at the next pick. But hey, again, heavily focused on the defensive side of the ball. And, I didn't mean to skip ahead, but we'll go ahead in just a second. One of the things that you'll see in the draft class is it's heavily defensive focused. That's just where the chips fell. And I think it goes back to the fact that this is a weak wide receiver class. If you don't get your receiver in 1 or 2, maybe early in the 3rd, you're probably not going to get someone that's going to have a big impact. Now, we know guys develop, guys outperform where they get drafted, but in general, that's where they sit. Now, we just previewed this just 2 seconds ago. Let me slide this way too, messing up video while we do it. Well, let's jump right back in. You got to see a preview. All right, we got another defensive tackle, man. We're going across the board, getting up the big boys. JJ Pegus. Say that right? Pegus? Defensive tackle out of Ole Miss. 46% chance that he's available here. He is ranked 110. So again, I am beefing up the defensive front just as Dan Morgan wanted. Now it's late. I talked about receivers. Xavier, can we add? Do we add another Xavier to the roster? Have to give some nicknames for both of these guys in order to tell them apart. But Xavier Restrepo, this guy's pretty good, man. I know his numbers as far as like the combine, or I guess it was his pro day at the school, weren't fantastic, but I think he pulled something. That's what the reports were. So I'm not going to read too much into it. And you're getting 5th round talent. Like, to be honest, you get in this range, if you can get similar to Jalen Coker production, 300, 400 yards out of a guy like this, I'll take it. Guy had over 1,000 yards in college, good pass catcher. I think he'd be a pretty decent target to add to the wide receiver room. So round 5 pick 163. What a class. And lastly, round 6, we had to throw in the round 6, pick 206. We get another wide receiver. To be honest, when you get into round 6 or 6 and 7, maybe I should have looked at a kicker, but it gets tough, man. Your big picks are going to come earlier, which we know that. I mean, you get to the 6th and 7th round, there's a good chance these guys are not going to make a roster. Maybe they make the practice squad. Maybe they're a special teamer. But DeQuan Felton, wide receiver out of Virginia Tech, 89% chance that he is available. We're going to go speed round. I'm going to back everything up, and we're going to look at this very quickly one more time and then close it out. Well, one, we'll start with the trade, which was ridiculous. Round 1, pick 8, pick 111. You see the trade here, 30, 56, 62, 109, 206. Unreal. James Pierce Jr., Darius Alexander, Darian Porter, Ante Ursary, OT, offensive tackle, Jalen Reed, safety, Harold Fannin Jr., tight end, Kyle Kennard, edge, Barrett Carter, linebacker, JJ Pegus, and Xavier Restrepo, Daquan Felton, and that, folks, is mock draft 8.0. We have one more mock draft to go. This is going to be the real deal coming out on Wednesday. My final mock draft of the year as we get you guys prepared for, of course, the NFL draft. As always, this is Carolina Dad. Appreciate you guys tuning in.